Everyone, welcome to the channel. Nathan, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
How you doing?
Doing good. Nathan, Noah Kahan. We've enjoyed Noah Kahan, have we not?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yes,
we have.
I think every time we get a Noah Kahan one, I get excited. I know nobody else does. If they don't know who Noah Kahan is,
Sure.
like they don't get a whole lot of hits on YouTube. These reactions, but it's one of the benefits, one of the big perks of doing a channel like this is we get introduced to bands that other people are kind of enjoying. Whether that's getting the word out there, whether it's expanding people's minds about what's out there, doesn't matter. We enjoy it. So.
We enjoy it. Selfishly, you and I enjoy it. At the end of the day, if we're having a good time, and our patron who gave us this request is having a good time with our reactions, that's actually that's what we focus on. That is the thing that makes us the happiest. Okay. This is what Kacy had to say. We wanted to say, Kacy, we wish you good health. Nathan, she's struggling with some health stuff. We just want to say, Kacy, keep fighting. Keep doing it. She's a lovely gal who's really supported our channel for a long time, and she always apologizes because she goes through just some stuff and she's like, I'm sorry I'm behind in my request. I have just enough energy to send you my request, and then off she goes again. So Kacy, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay. This is what Kacy had to say. I'd like to request another Noah Kahan song called No Complaints. There you go. It's one of my favorites off the extended version of Stick Season. We've done a few from that album. I hope you both are doing well. We're doing fine, Kacy. And lots of love sent your way. And thank you for your patience. Well, we are not impatient with you. Don't you worry. You just send us the request when you're able to. Don't. Yeah, we have like offline meetings. That Kacy, I tell you, she's 2 months behind in her request, Nathan. You should hear the smack we talk about you. Okay. Well, without further ado, here we go.
Slow jam. That bass line.
Thought I had something, and that's the same as having something. I get mad at nothing, blame my dad for something. I pull no punches, then feel bad for months. Thought I was raised better, tried to fake better, tried to blame weather and escape better. Hope the skin heals where the pain enters. But I finally got showed up. I said a time then I showed up. Now the weight of the world ain't so bad. I saw the end, it looks just like the middle. I got a paper and pen and a page with no space. I filled the hole in my head with prescription medication and forgot how to cry. Who am I to complain? Now the pain's different, it still exists, it just escapes different and evades vision. Makes the rain different, makes the news boring and my rage distant. Yes, I'm young and living dreams, in love with being noticed and afraid of being seen. But I can finally eat and I can fall asleep. It's fine, fine, fine. I finally got showed up, said a time then I showed up. And now the weight of the world ain't that bad. I saw the end and looked just like the middle. Got a paper and pen and a page with no space. I filled the hole in my head with prescription medication and forgot how to cry. Who am I to complain? To complain. To complain. I saw the end, it'll look just like the middle. I got a paper and pen, but I can't for you the pain. I filled the hole in my head with prescription medication and forgot how to cry. Who am I to complain?
Oh, wow. Like I pulled up the lyrics to just reread some of those. It would show up on the screen and I'm like,
Right,
did
go
he
away,
just say what I mean, we say this a lot, so I'll just get this part out of the way. I hate the fact that there's such great artists out there that are killing it with such fantastic lyrics. It's just really simple. Everything about that was the simplicity of it, and yet still, he's a musician. There's no question that these kinds of artists are out there, while other people are doing something similar and just like billions of dollars. And not that I think that it's about making money. And I think that's probably the point here is sometimes really great musicians, especially more niche musicians, that's exactly where they want to be, right? They want to be in this space. So anyway, I'm going to get that off the plate for a second. I really love the nuance in these lyrics and then in the way he sings it. He reminds me so much of my friend, Peter Katz, especially when he was younger, before I even met him. He has that same tone to his voice, a humble, really simple voice that's really easy to listen to, very like endearing. And there's a lot of parts of the music I really enjoyed. Did you hear some of the little guitar licks that just kind of just very, it wasn't the main focus, but it would fill in a little hole here or add some flavor over to this side. Like, it just had a great overall feel. I'm in awe, actually. I really love this. And I love this line, the chorus. I saw the end. It looks just like the middle. I got a paper and a pen and a page with no space. I've got lots I want to say. I want to do all these things. I filled the hole in my head with prescription medication and forgot how to cry. Who am I to complain? I identify with that. I identify with that idea of, I got all these things I need to get. I've dealt with the problems, the medication, whatever, and it's hard to cry. But really, who am I to complain? Kind of gushing on this one, but
No, how dare you share your feelings on a reaction video, Nathan, that a patron paid for? So I'll just say it was a good song. Well, thanks, Kacy. That was great. Did you watch that video I sent you with that one reactor?
Oh, no, I didn't.
It's amazing. Of course, 20 times the views that we have. Literally, this person at the end of the video said, all right, that was a good song. All right, thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Did they just pause throughout, though? And
they paused. But, so there's a combination of pausing the song throughout. So that was dope, man. That was amazing. That was awesome. Yeah. The play. Oh, yeah, that's cool. All right, thanks. And it's like, 5 times the votes we have, or 5 times, the amounts of views that we have. Okay. Listen, Nathan, this was a beautiful song. I took the message a little bit differently than what you got from it. The idea being that when someone says to me, hey, how you doing? And I say, I got no complaints. Mm-hmm. So I took it as that we all, as humans, struggle with things that aren't on the surface, that I have complaints, but who am I to complain? But I have complaints, meaning I've got this issue. I've got kids' homework to work on. My wife's grumpy, or she's not, but you know what I'm saying. That whatever the person's going through in their personal life. So they say to you, go good. No complaints. They're wondering about what they're going to do when they retire, things like that. So there's things in our minds that we're all dealing with. It's complex. Mental health is complex. We're all built differently. We all handle things differently. We all struggle internally differently. So I think that's how I got the no complaints part, was the response that people give when they say no complaints. So there's more under the surface that people deal with that we don't hear or see. That being said, the song is a beautiful composition. I love Noah's singing style. I love his raspy voice that he has. It's very vulnerable. It has this country folk element to it, which we love. So it's very easy to get into. Very easy listening. Like one of our patrons said as we're listening, it's a very easy listen. And I love that message. I love anything that deals. I'm like you. I like mental health messages because it's part of the human condition to deal with this life. Oh, there was a line in it. I forget how it goes, where he says he looked at the end and he realized it was the middle. You know what that spoke to me about was that sometimes so what I suffer from, I don't suffer from depression, but the cousin of depression, anxiety, which can cause depression feeling because you're worried and so you're upset. It brings down the mood in general, but it's from anxiety is the root cause. And often I find myself when people who have what anxiety is for people who have it, they'll understand, but maybe those who don't, you're always worrying about something, and that something will come and go. And so you would think, oh, that thing is come and gone, I should be good. No, what you do is when you have anxiety, you actually then find something else to worry about, and you're anxious again about this. It's never resolved. It's like, even though that thing is a valid thing, let's say it's a test. I'm studying for a test. I passed the test, but then I start thinking about the final. And then I pass the final, then I start thinking about looking for a job. And it's so you're always anxious about the next thing. And then what I like about that line is what I'm getting at is Noah saying, when I got to the end or when I saw the end or whatever, I realized it was just the middle. It's never the end. I'm always finding my issues are always in the middle. I'm always in the middle of it. It's always, I find myself always in the middle.
Interesting. I think what makes this, we're going to go off on this, and that's okay because no one's going to watch this. Like, I think anxiety and depression are two opposite ends of a problem that are related, but anxiety is about the future, depression's about the past, and often the solution is in the middle. When you look into the past and go, what's the point? Like when you kind of like come to yourself, and I shouldn't be focusing so much on the past. I should focus on the present and what's happening right now. It's the same solution as what's sometimes wrong with anxiety and looking too far into the future and worrying about what's going to happen and just going like, I shouldn't worry about that. I should just worry about what am I experiencing right now and how am I enjoying this time for right now. I think that's part of what he's saying here. I didn't see this line. As you were talking, I read this other one, and this one really jumps out at me. When he says, and now the pain's different. It still exists. It just escapes different. It evades vision, makes the rain different, makes the news boring, and my rage distant.
Beautiful lyrics.
So I think it is about him moving on from it. And that's just it. You never move on from it. You don't take medication. Everything's better. And that never happens. What can happen, and what's happened for me anyway, is, my depression's always there. It's always just waiting for me to stop and to like just pause and like take a break. But I can't. I mean, my medication makes it almost impossible for me to stop. I just keep going. It is different. Everything is different. It helps me to see things differently and see and feel things differently. And that feeling of I can't do anything, or I'm frozen in time. That's distant. That's like well in the past. Depression's still waiting for me, but it's not like I'm going to sit around and just do nothing. I used to do that. I used to just do nothing for days. And I can't do nothing. I'm always doing something.
We got this channel. We got this reaction channel, Nathan. This keeps you going. This channel.
Heck yeah.
All right. Well, a lot of great discussion points. I think good artists and good lyrics obviously do this, and Noah is no exception. He's a very talented lyric writer, great vocalist, great composition. The music, all in all, wonderful. Kacy, thank you so much for this awesome request. And we'll see you, Nathan. That's yours, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Whatever. Yeah, next one.